Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. After playing The Last of Us Part 2, I made a video where I discussed the game and my thoughts on it with my livestream chat. Today's video is something similar, just without the livestream chat part. I have played the Avengers beta for its week 2 run on my Twitch you can find in the description and developed some thoughts on it. This video may get pretty long, so if you wish to jump to my thoughts on a particular character or game mechanic, you can use the timestamps in the description. Without further ado, I'd like to start by talking about Captain America. We didn't get much of the Captain in the beta, but from what we did, I got a sense that I already am going to love this character. He has a lot of potential, and his shield is already one of the strongest powers in the game. It's fast and strong, which means that you can keep an enemy on the ground by repeatedly throwing it at them. Cap's ultimate heroic ability is also extremely powerful, so far along with Kamala's. Everything about the character just feels very smooth. I will definitely be mating him in the full game. Aside from Cap, Hulk has to be my next favorite. The developers made Hulk perfect. When playing as Hulk, all you want to do is smash, and it's great because that is exactly what you do. When playing as Hulk, I feel bigger and stronger than the puny enemies, and that is the exact essence of how you should feel as Hulk. Every crushing blow dealt to the enemies through all three of his extremely satisfying heroic abilities. If you love action-packed smashing, Hulk is your man. I also love the rage mechanic. It makes perfect sense and adds skill and strategy to the character instead of just smashing, which is what some people say the Hulk does all the time. You don't feel invincible, but you feel strong, and that is why Hulk is so much fun. Are we keeping score? Because I have to be winning. You guessed it, we're talking about Iron Man next. I think that Iron Man is easily one of the most unique characters, just because of how he works. The ability to switch between repulsors, lasers, and rockets allows players to have a lot of freedom in which method they choose depending on the task at hand. While I love the abilities such as the ones taken right out of the films, I found that the rockets are the most powerful no matter what the situation is. I found that the other two modes don't do as much damage. I think it would be an improvement if each different mode had its own strengths and specific uses. Otherwise, it's still pretty fun to switch between all three. I also love how important aiming is. Aiming adds a skill gap to the character and makes Stark a fun and challenging character to play as. As for flying, it is super fun to fly around the battlefield, but can get tricky. I like that it makes him more challenging, but at the same time, I think it should be more smooth. Hulkbuster is a great idea from the devs. He is super fun, strong, and it is amazing to give your friends the ability to hop in there and deal some hits. Iron Man also has some great quips. Can't wait to see what they do with Spidey. But overall, an enjoyable character. We also didn't get much of Thor in the beta, but from what we did, I did enjoy in terms of gameplay, especially his heroic ability. Shooting down lightning on everyone does make you feel powerful, and the Mjolnir mechanics seem to work. There are some things I don't like so much about the character, but those pertain to other topics, and I'll touch upon that later. Same goes for Cap. Black Widow is another fun character, and I think that one thing that this game did really well was making every single character enjoyable. It's clear that all her abilities fit her well. I also especially like how the invisibility ability works on all the heroes in battle with her and how epic the ultimate ability is. Really adds a cool touch to Widow. She also feels like Spider-Man to a certain extent with the grappling, which is actually a really cool mechanic. I think Spider-Man might end up having some similarities with her. The only suggestions I would make would be a time or length buff on the invisibility, and a damage buff to her pistols. While she may not be my favorite character because of how hands-on she is, and what I mean by that is that you really have to get into the battle, hands-on combat to really deal damage, which makes you vulnerable, she is still fun to play. Coming into this beta, I didn't know much about Kamala Khan, but it's clear she's pretty cool, bringing all the Avengers back together. I do think she is a very fun character to play as well. I think that while her intrinsic ability is not the greatest, her ultimate ability is the strongest I've seen in this game. When she embiggens, she is practically an unstoppable force of pure damage. It's really great. Her abilities fit her really well too. While I do think she is pretty cringe, she is very powerful, so I'll be playing her a lot. Let's talk story. While I'm not the biggest fan of AIM and MODOK being the villains, purely because I feel they have been used over and over and over again in video games after playing the beta, I am more inclined to like the story. The whole heroes are illegal gives me a lot of Incredibles vibes, and I like how they are approaching the whole world with without the heroes we need. I do, however, have one big fear. Spoiler alert, Captain America does die in the first part of the prologue of the story, and I am very afraid we will not get much of him in this story. The likeliest theory at the moment predicts that he is being kept by AIM. He is probably being experimented on to find the cure for the Inhumans. If this theory does turn out to be true, we may not get Cap until the end of the story, which is a major red flag. I know that we may get flashbacks and we will still be able to play missions with him after the main story, but that just doesn't cut it for me, so I'm still afraid in regards to that. While some of the voice acting is good, I still don't think it's completely there. I originally didn't like the voice for Cap and Iron Man, but I've gotten around that. I still have to get around Thor's, which I am not still a huge fan of, but I'm getting there. This isn't a huge issue, but can be slightly off-putting. Costume design is, however, a pretty big issue for some characters. Captain America's base outfit is an atrocity. It's awful. He looks like a soldier in a Call of Duty game, not Captain America. While Thor's base outfit has been improved, it still looks like they stuck some plates on him. The fact that I will need skins with these two just to look cool or have a look that I like is not great, but it is what it is. Speaking of skins, I'm a huge fan of the customization in this game, and there is so much of it. The gear system is extremely fun, upgrading and improving, makes you want to go for chests badly. And there's a skill tree which really adds to your characters. In the beta, when I went into the skill tree, the only thing available was primary skill tree, but there was an option to move left or right, which means that we might get another skill tree for each character, which is pretty insane. Then there's the cosmetics. Some of the skins in the game are beyond amazing. I just can't wait to unlock all of them. And to top it off, each character has their own battle pass type system with skins, like the challenge card. How cool is that? And emotes and nameplates are both pleasant surprises that I was not expecting. I think the customization is the game's most impressive feature, and I just can't wait to see the full depth of what it has in store. The gameplay is also extremely fun. The gameplay is the reason I am able to get over my dislikes, such as the voice acting and costume design. It's super fast-paced and action-packed, which is perfect for a game where you go in as superheroes and fight robots and enemies and blow shit up. Each character plays different, and it's all about choice, which I highly value. How do you want to approach each battle? It's all up to you. It's also built perfectly for co-op, which is great. Some of the moments in the game are genuinely crazy, and that's all I can ask for. It's a truly enjoyable experience that I cannot wait to play each day. I've heard that there is a possibility that there may be some open world gameplay. I know that we get a little bit of free roam within missions, which is cool, but I mean like really open world free roam. The helicarrier has already been labeled sort of as a hub world, and I think we might be getting New York. I haven't looked into it too much, so let me know if I'm wrong, but I would love to see some free roam. There was an insane amount of bugs in this beta. I understand that it's a beta and the purpose is to find these bugs within the tests and fix them, but the amount of freezes and crashes and audio bugs and whatnot needs to be fixed, otherwise the game won't be playable. I like to end this video off with a few miscellaneous things. I think playing with friends makes the game 10 times more fun. Harm rooms are really enjoyable. Right now the whole mission screen with replaying and the difficulties is slightly confusing, but it could just be me and I'll probably get the hang of it. I think that the different types of enemies make the combat fun. The game is fun right now with just the same missions over and over again, so I can't wait to see the rest. So the ultimate question is, will I buy it? And my answer is yes. I put full circle in the thumbnail because I have come full circle. Before playing this beta, I was not sure and was probably not going to buy the game, but now I'm definitely going to buy it. Thanks so much for watching. If you like these types of discussions, let me know. And if you've played the beta, let me know what you think of the game so far. Peace.